Hi everybody, welcome to casterscorner.com. I'm your host Khalil, here for another toy of the day. We are wrapping up our look at Age of Apocalypse with, of course, the Build-A-Figure and his partner in this wave, Kitty Pryde. You can check out a full gallery of these guys up on casterscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Casters Corner on all social media. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to this. The more of you subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. I apologize, my voice is kind of going in and out. So as a wave, everybody kind of hinted or thought that Colossus might be the Build-A-Figure, and I know he's missing some parts. I'll get there. But I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure they were going to do a Colossus. But here he is in all his giant glory, and he was a great choice for the Build-A-Figure. He's really well articulated. He's really well designed. For a static figure, I will say that. So here's where the issue kind of comes in. So he does have this shoulder harness. And I took it off weeks ago because I did this really cool picture with the Sentinel. And I forgot which shoulder it goes on. I will be 100% honest with you. Colossus. Okay, so it should be this shoulder. Okay. Sorry. I had to take a look and figure it out because, I was trying to pose him. And so the reason that I took this off is because when it's on, he can't raise this arm at all. So you open up the harness, actually, and you have to slide the harness off to do all of this, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. So I like his look overall. I think it's a really good figure. I think it has some of its drawbacks. Like I said, the harness itself kind of, it interconnects so it stays in place. So it kind of slips through the suspenders, for lack of a better term. Fits on the shoulder, but then when you're posing him out, it pushes that into his head. So you can't really raise his arm or have him do any kind of action features with this arm when he's in that pose or when this shoulder pad's in place. He does come with alternate hands, so you can have two open hands. So I got it set up so he's got one open hand and one fist. You can have two fists or two open hands. It's your choice. I haven't put his kind of bandana wings on. I'll put them on for the pictures. It's a ball joint in there, but with storage and things like that, I try not to just kind of put these a little bit more delicate pieces in there. And it's going to take, I'm going to heat the head, to be honest with you, to put this in. Because soft plastic, soft plastic, hard plastic, I'm worried that this might snap a little bit or crack. So I was waiting to do photography with it to put it in there. But similar to Sabretooth's ponytail, the problem is there's no kind of real solid point. So with Sabretooth's ponytail, it was a solid piece of plastic. You've got two separate pieces of plastic going into that one ball joint. So putting it into place in a very, very firm piece here just isn't going to work. So I'm going to heat that up, honestly, to put it in. But it's a nice touch for him. Kind of flares over the shoulder. Or you can pose it out anywhere you want it. You can have it flowing out that side. I think it's a nice touch. It's definitely part of his costume. He's not overly chromed out. He is a little more of a matte silver than we've seen in some of the other figures. He's shiny because he's got the light on him. But in person, he's a little more matte. Love the grimace on his face. Love the posing out. Without the harness, he does pose really well. You can go back to our Instagram and check out that holding up the Sentinel pose that we have. And, you can't have him without Kitty Pryde. Now, there's been some comments about her, about the look on her face and her face sculpt. I personally don't mind it. I think she looks fine. The lines on her legs, the detailing work for her, the paint colors, her whole costume, I think looks excellent. She's got the two gauntlets on her wrist with the plugs on the side, and you can remove those. Remove the gauntlets as well. No glue came out, so that's good. Put on the other gauntlets, And you can either put the closed fist or the open fist on there. She comes with both. And she's got her Wolverine claws. And there's 2 pair, so you can have them both extended. And so she can go fighting. And I think the look on her face and the look on his face, I think they match. I think they're both ready to go into battle. I think they both kind of complement each other, and they both do a really good job. She is single elbows, pinless knees, and I think that they look really good together. If I can get this pose right. Let's see if I can balance this right. Not the way I wanted to, but you get the idea. I'll do a better job. I promise I'll do a better job with the photography when we get there. But the 2 of them together really kind of, I think they really work together pretty well. And it's a great pairing. I love the fact that they paired up. And they paired them up. They paired them up with Wave 1 and Wave 2. I think Magneto and Rogue and Colossus and Kitty here were great pairings in this wave. I think you get the Fire and Ice with Bobby and Sunfire in the first wave. You get Sabretooth and Wildchild. You get Apocalypse and Legion. So you get all these really great pairings over the set of both waves. And so I think Wave 3, my push for Wave 3, would kind of round out the teams a little bit. So you get Holocaust and you get Sinister and maybe Havoc, and then you get Storm and maybe Gambit, and then Bishop, right, is kind of the outlier. And so you kind of build those out. So you get a fully rounded X-Men versus Apocalypse, and then the 2 kind of Catalyst and Observer through both storylines. I think they can finish it up in 3 waves. I really do. I think a 4th would be gravy, but that's where we are. So you can check out a full gallery of these 2 guys up on casterscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Casters Corner. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate it. And all the comments. What's your favorite figure from the wave? Tell us in the comments. Have you found it? Are you looking forward to it? Do you want more of it? All those things. Go back, comment, and do all those things. As we say every night, Jaxie, we love you, we miss you, and we wish you were here. And we'll see you tomorrow night for another Toy of the Day here on casterscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.